My Karen neighbors couldn't stand my house's color, so they took matters into their own hands and secretly repainted it, plus one update. This is probably a really weird question for me to ask, but it's a weird situation, and I am not really sure what I can do. My house is on a corner lot. 2 years ago, a newlywed couple moved into the house beside mine. Right away, they started making weird comments about the color my house was painted, which was yellow. Soon, they switched to outright demanding that I painted a different color. My house was painted yellow when it was built. I like the color, and there is no bylaw against it or anything. They have called the police on me about it, as well as the city. Both told them to pound sand because I hadn't done anything wrong and there was nothing they could do. They also tried suing me in court. The suit was thrown out and they had to pay my legal fees. They even tried getting our other neighbors together to form a homeowners association in the hopes that eventually I could be forced to paint my house a different color. Our other neighbors also told them to pound sand, and they have basically alienated themselves from everyone else in the neighborhood at this point. I recently had to go out of town for something, and I was gone for 2 weeks. When I got back 2 days ago, my house was gray. Seriously, I actually almost drove past it because I am so used to my yellow house. I knew immediately who was responsible. But when I went over and knocked on their door, no one answered. I think the couple figured out that I was away, and not just at work, when they saw our neighbors collecting my mail for me. I certainly never told them I was going away, and I know my other neighbors hate them too and would not tell them. The neighbor from across the street came over and showed me pictures that he took of the painting company setting up and doing the work. He said he and another neighbor called the police, but the painting company had a valid work order and had been paid, so the police could not do anything. He also told me that the painters, because they were paid to do the work, said they had to do it to avoid being sued. I called the painting company to get a copy of the work order. It was in the name of a Ms. Jane Smith and was paid for in cash. A red-headed woman and her red-headed husband, who are my neighbors, came to the company to hire them. They said they would be out of town and would like their house painted while they were gone. They gave the painting company pictures of my house taken from the street. I have a surveillance camera at my front and side doors and in my backyard. This is because I work shifts, and as a woman living alone, I do not want some stranger breaking into my house and waiting to ambush me when I get home. My neighbors never set foot on my property at any time, so they cannot be charged with trespassing. They also did not do the painting themselves, which was actually done properly. When I called the police, they reiterated that since the painters were hired, had a valid work order, and were paid to do the job, they cannot be charged with trespassing. This is because it was reasonable for them not to know, and they were acting in good faith and did not cause any physical damage to the house. Also, the neighbors cannot be charged with trespassing or vandalism because they did not come on my property or touch the house themselves. I did learn that my neighbors paid $4,000 in cash according to the painting company. I do not know if I can sue anyone because there was no actual physical damage or harm done to me or the house. My neighbors still have not answered their door or shown themselves. I am pissed off beyond belief because I liked my yellow house, and I cannot believe how fucking crazy they have been. I wish I could show a court or city council how psycho they have been over this. I want to know if I have any recourse or if I can do something to get them to pay to paint the house back to yellow. Does anyone know what I can do to get them to fix this and paint it back? I live in the state of Louisiana. Update. I was going to wait until after the weekend to talk to the lawyer I used for their last lawsuit against me, but there have been further developments, so I had to call him this morning. Beyond the fact that they have filed another lawsuit against me for the cost of the painters, yes, seriously, I cannot say anything further about what has all happened on the advice of my lawyer. I will provide an update once everything is resolved. Thank you to everyone who responded to my last post. You really know how to make a girl feel special.